Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that we're going to talk about on today's bullet points is beautiful. It puts into a really good framing and articulates exactly what we've been talking about, the ramifications for the gun control and gun rights movements going forward for the years to come based off the record sales. Does an amazing job. So check this out. It's a short read. It's linked in the description box below. It's from the Washington Examiner. And it does a really good job of really encapsulating exactly what we've been talking about for 6 months. Who knows? Maybe they actually view this channel over there at the Washington Examiner. But check this out, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments field below. The pandemic and the homicide surge will have a lasting effect on our gun control politics. Now, this came out on Friday, so this is brand new. The surge in new gun owners could have a political impact that lasts far longer than the pandemic and the surge in homicides that, quote, inspired it. Personally, I don't agree with that, but that's what they're saying. That's the setup. But listen to the statistics they bring forward. Between January 2019 and April 2021, approximately 7.5 million people became first-time gun owners. Nearly 50% of them were women. More than 40% are black or Latino. Now, that's the same article that we referenced last night, but they had a little bit more data to go from. This is impressive. This is bad news for the gun control movement and perhaps in the long term for the Democratic Party. Now, this is an opinion piece. It's not ironclad, but they're going the same vibe that we talked about last night and previous nights. Check out this data because this is important, because once that myth of gun ownership goes away, this is what you're left with. And check out and tell me if you can see the correlation here. According to Gallup data, roughly 2/3 of Republicans live in gun-owning households, compared to just 1/3 of Democrats. Half of Republicans personally own a firearm, compared to 18% of Democrats. Now, that doesn't surprise me at all. But listen to what happens when you add a gun into the mix. Granted, it isn't as simple as these first-time gun owners immediately becoming Republicans, something we said as well. But even among Democrats, gun owners are more likely to oppose gun control measures. According to data from the Pew Research Center, 87% of non-gun owning Democrats support banning assault-style weapons. 87%. That number drops to 65%, 22% drop among gun-owning Democrats. The veil of mystery is taken away because more people are involved. They now have a stake in the argument. Allowing concealed carry in more places has support among 39% of gun-owning Democrats, compared to 16% support among Democrats who don't own a firearm. That is more than double if you don't own a gun that you are against gun control. That's what we're talking about. It's not so much alone an embracing of rights and embracing of freedom, which, by the way, is delicious. Get in here. It's also a demystification of something that's foreign to you and could be scary if you don't understand it. But it's a tool, and that's landing really squarely. This is how they wrap up, and I love this. The pandemic will go away and homicides will decline. But this will continue to shape our gun control politics for years to come, and that's exactly right. Now, what we talk about on this channel all the time is the incremental little changes and efforts that we make, because we don't always see them, and we don't see the outcome immediately, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. All of us united in a common goal for a common purpose to defend our Second Amendment rights and hand this blessing to the next generation. Every little thing you do matters. Voting for a congressman, knocking on doors in Virginia, getting out there and really driving the vote for your Second Amendment rights. These things matter, and this is a perfect example of the fruit that is born from people reaching out to their neighbors, bringing them into the fold, and getting that Second Amendment right in each other's hands. That's incredibly important. You guys should be proud, because this is history that's happening, and that is a very good, concise article as to why it might be a bad thing for the gun controllers and the Democrats in the future, and I look forward to commenting on it then. I will see you on the 9 p.m. slot tonight. Braden, signing out.